My name is Marissa Reyes Beckmann, and I'm a freelance photographer. What brought me to Hong Kong was my husband's job initially, and but as a freelance photographer, I've been able to keep doing my work here. Okay, so how the other sees. This was a very early morning. It's back in November. I went out for my daily walk, but I went a bit earlier because I knew that there had been a standoff, a very strong and difficult standoff one night before along Nathan Road. So this is between Yau Ma Tei and Mongkok. It was just painful and very difficult to see. It was like a movie scene, you know, those dystopian future movies. I walked probably an hour or a couple of hours, and just looking at so many items left behind in the streets. I could count probably 80 to 100 pairs of goggles and face masks and these ventilators, and then new running shoes, but just one and then another. And you could see, you know, the street was speaking of what had happened one night before, and the smell of tear gas was very present there. There were just a few people walking, and you could feel the air. It was very damp, very tense. It was a sad air, and I could think of what was happening one night before, you know, how fast would you need to run? And I was putting myself in everybody's shoes from one night before, even from the policeman and from the protesters, I'm sorry, yeah. So if I want to feel what the protesters were feeling, I had to put my feet in their shoes. And I was looking at the gloves and I was looking at the goggles. And so I came to the floor and I sat down, and then I kneeled, and I had to breathe through their masks, and I had to see through their goggles, just to have even if it was very small idea of what they had, you know, how they were seeing one night before, how they were trying to breathe. It's not easy to run, you know, full of gear, full of fear, full of not understanding if I'm going to make it home tonight, if I'm going to make it to, you know, if I'm going to be arrested, if I need to arrest somebody, if, you know, it's a difficult way of dealing with one night, definitely. So this was just an empty street. Objects can speak for what happened one night before. They could definitely speak.